Welcome to the webinar on technology-oriented entrepreneurship. I am Charles Mallabarapu, founder of Seyal Smart Solutions and Seyal Smart Robotics. I have also co-founded Vicelica, an IoT company based in California, and Margosa Health, an health tech company based in Bangalore. Today, I'd like to talk about the opportunities in entrepreneurship, especially related to technology during this crisis. The latest tech news clearly shows us that there is tremendous activity in technology. A $215 million investment is no simple task at any time, especially given the current lockdown. At Vicelica, one of our product TraceSafe is now widely used to help in this pandemic. I'll give you an overview on this in a bit. As we all know, necessity is the mother of inventions, and today we are finding the immediate needs of our community as well as needs for the generations to come. We have come a long way from hydropower conveyor belts to co-working with the AI bots. As some of the basic needs of humanity is taken care, we have been redefining the basic rights of all living beings and the methods to attain it while keeping our liberty and humanity. This is all possible because of the convergence of these groundbreaking technologies. Rapid innovations in all fields, taking advantage of developments in each other, are so fluid and swift. Individuals and companies capable of researching and building innovative tools spanning multiple technologies is never been so easy. Vicelica was one of the earliest provider of indoor tracking using its patented BLE mesh or grid technology. This innovation helped to create products tracking not only people and pets, but also assets which can be as small as a file on the desk. It was joyful to implement one of my favorite solutions at a New Zealand hospital. I implemented an infant tracking system that guarantees the safety of the infant by monitoring the location of the infant and proximity of the infant to any risks. This is used to mitigate any threats like infection or, in some cases, even kidnapping. We also make sure that the infant is periodically given to the mom for bonding. Now, this same technology is called TraceSafe and enables us to help during this pandemic. Listen to the CEO of blockchain, who is now deploying the solution in various countries.
And welcome back to Proactive Vancouver. And joining me now is Wayne Lloyd. He's the CEO of Blockchain Holdings. And Wayne, it's great to meet you. How are you?
Great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So your company has recently taken over a company called TraceSafe. So they have an interesting technology. So why don't you explain a little bit about TraceSafe?
So TraceSafe is originally developed technology with a hospital bracelet that was used in infant tracking in maternity wards. So this is a bracelet that has, and a software package as well, that has a Bluetooth tracker in it and a small battery, and it tracks, it was originally designed to track the location of infants in a maternity ward. Their breakout product, however, has been an adult-sized band that's being used to track self-quarantine patients inside of Hong Kong and other countries. So essentially, it was a technology that was developed for an in-hospital type tracking, and they've expanded that product to include, a self-quarantining product that's greatly in demand right now.
So explain to us how this works as far as, tracing where someone goes, as far as privacy and things like that. How does it all work?
Sure. So the biggest problem that governments were facing was that they were asking people to quarantine. And the original methodology was that they would just simply use your phone and a location tracking service with it. That meant you went home, you self-quarantined, and the government would check in and ask you for a location pin from time to time. The problem is that you could leave your phone and go out and do whatever you wanted, and someone in your household might be able to just check in as required. And so Hong Kong was one of the first places that was very aggressive on self-quarantining and managing the epidemic, and they found that they had a low compliance rate when it was just the phone. And so the band, it's a hospital bracelet that you wear around your wrist. The Bluetooth module in the hospital bracelet pairs with your phone. And that way they can tell if, the phone and the person are in the same place, because your phone has all the GPS and all of the very battery intensive things. And that's, the bulk of the operation. Whereas the bracelet, all it has.
You can listen to the rest of the video in YouTube. Just type in TraceSafe and you would get a bunch of videos on TraceSafe, and you would be able to get all the details you need for TraceSafe. So, what product you want to create? After all, this topic is about entrepreneurship. And it is literally $1 million question. Whether it is a service, a hardware, or a software product, or a solution, it doesn't matter. All the products are created to help the humanity. If there is no person who would like the product, then there is no point in creating the product. So identify the problem you would like to solve for the people. Always remember, it's not about the technology. It's not about the fancy technique or technology that can be used. It's always about solving the problem of the people within their affordability and providing easy access to the solution to them. Don't start the problem definition based on a technology unless you are building a research lab to understand the technology. Focus on the human needs and define the problem. Once you are clear about the problem you would like to solve for the people, focus on identifying few solutions for that problem. Research on the current solutions in the market and list how your solution provides a better value compared to them. This can be on cost, time required for solution, proximity, and usability. You should focus on being the best on one or more of these game-changing attributes. Now, go be an entrepreneur and solve the problems. Let's talk about an example of how our friendly networking giant Cisco is innovating using their Linksys routers. January this year, they have announced a Wi-Fi router that can do a lot more than connecting your devices. Implementing AI on the Wi-Fi RF pattern, they can track not just the number of people in the house, but in fact, the breathing patterns of them. That's scary. These routers can compute the sleep quality of their users. They may be even able to detect falls. Quite stunning to know that all this is possible without any additional sensors. This is all based on the same router that you are already using at homes and offices. And this all happens just using the RF signals. This is an example on innovating on top of existing products without having to create brand new products. Of course, in this scenario, there are several privacy and security concerns. Can the neighbors or even the hackers can access the same details using those same signals? What prevents them tapping into the same features? Only by answering these questions, this product will be feasible in the market. As I mentioned earlier, we are in a perfect time to innovate and provide solutions for generations to come. Let's time travel to 2050 and see where the technology will be. We are the ones who need to create this future starting now. In fact, many of the solutions are already under development and some of them are even currently in use. I am sure during this lockdown, we all have tried our hand in cooking. We realize the importance of food and the availability of the produce better than ever. Amazing innovation is happening in all fields related to food, from smart farming to disease control to create and deliver food in all shapes and form factors. New ideas are brainstormed every day. As you see here, printing food, generating any taste, packed with all the nutrients based on the needs of the individuals would be the magical world. In fact, it may be possible to make an entire burger with all its ingredients artificially using some base genetic material. There is a lot to be done to get there, and the field is wide open. Many of us have been more exposed to the gaming world in the last couple of months, as many other entertainments including sports is completely locked down. It's not too far where the gaming leagues become mainstream and gaming teams become integral part of the public as the cricket and soccer teams are. With the AR, VR and MR, gaming options are limitless. It's not just about watching, but also participating in immersed action for everyone. A person finally gets to live many different lifestyles in many different worlds. But this technology is not all about entertainment. These new opportunities will focus on many domains, including fitness, education, manufacturing, especially remote troubleshooting, and of course health tech. We may be even able to prevent or win all wars without any human presence. That leads to the next major revolution that's happening today. Combining the technologies we discussed for gaming With AI specifically designed for education, possibilities are endless. As most of you are in the call are academicians who create and deliver content regularly, you can appreciate the power of creating content to reach the entire globe. Not just read and watch visualizations, but students get to interact and experience the content, experiment what they learned, and test their ideas, and even completely perform real world tasks on live equipment from anywhere in the world. The design of classrooms will change. We don't run to the living room to watch TV anymore. Content is delivered anywhere, anytime. This will be the case with education. Type and location of classrooms will completely change. There is so much to be done here, and my company is building a futuristic framework for education. Even a complete one-on-one training session on any topic can be done through bots. Natural language processing will play a major role here in training as well as evaluation. Continuous career guidance will be included. This education revolution will be just one stop short of directly tapping the knowledge into the brain. Talking about direct tapping to the brain, let's move on to the health tech. As a creator of patient-centric clinical collaboration tool and AI-based decision support system through my company Margosa Health, I am excited about the opportunities in health tech. Starting from making a simple robotic tool that can take vitals and inject medicine, to decimating cancer cells through targeted resonance treatment, there are centuries worth of work pending here. Of course, the dream would be to directly tap into the brain, to make one learn, feel, experience anything, and also travel anywhere instantly. Until we can travel anywhere instantly just using our brains, we need a lot of innovations in transport. From electric trains converting to bullet trains and hyperloops, we are fighting to cross the sound barrier. Improved safety makes speed a possibility. As more aged people want to stop driving, more opportunities in providing transport to them. Tesla is well positioned to compete with Uber taxi service. Tesla is taking every opportunity to be the biggest player in the transport industry. They should tell us a lot about the opportunities here. We are not just innovating on the ground. Humanity is curious and like to explore. While big guns are exploring the moon and Mars, there is tremendous opportunity to create support system that still needs to be built for these missions. From creating life support to cultivating in Mars, opportunities are endless. But of course, all this needs to be financed. The biggest game changer would be enabling everyone to work. Generate continuous income by matching their skills with available work. A new business paradigm where everyone runs their own business by selling their own skills and assets. Create opportunities for easy investing by continuous credit scoring, not just based on financial transactions, but on reputation and commitment. Manage risk and compliance using AI bots at every level of transaction. Provide a fresh start to people to rebuild their financing using new avatars in their virtual worlds. Take advantage of quantum computing to build perfect retirement planning or their umbrella insurance policies and update it weekly or even daily if required. On the trendy side, fashion is not just about colors and design, especially what we have imagined through the eyes of the Avengers team. The nanobot Iron Man suit is what everyone needs and wants today. Just that it shouldn't look like that one. Well, jokes apart, with new materials that are aggressively being designed, a digital suit is not too far that can monitor health, protect from fire, floods, and fall. Even if it doesn't become a commonplace yet for these kinds of wearables, they still help workers in their safety on their everyday tasks. Now that we have gone through what's today and what will be tomorrow, let's discuss on how to become an entrepreneur. As I said before, it is not about registering a company, getting GST, IE code, and STPI license. It's about your unique idea. Have a grand idea and divide it to smaller deliverables. Start testing the deliverables in phases. Follow the 3 R's. The 3 R's are relationship. Build a great relationship with your partners, team, customers, vendors, investors, and your contacts. That all will play a part in your business. Nobody has built a great company all by themselves. Make responsible decisions when building your product. Make sure the product serves the right purpose and do not cut corners to deliver what is promised. Be reliable. Make sure to deliver results consistently, on time, with highest quality. If you do that, you will be rewarded with these 3 R's. Your business will be resilient, your product will be renowned, and your company will be rad. The biggest question today is, should I be an entrepreneur in the existing market? Is it even possible? But the question to ask is, are people and businesses need help? The answer can't be more clearer today. Then the next question will be that is it possible to provide a solution? This is a question that determines whether one can be an entrepreneur today or at any time. Especially for a technology startup, things are made a lot easier as government and investment companies are looking for innovations. Then, how to convince the investors? Prove the idea. Prove even a smaller part, but the critical part. Make sure you have paying customers. Depending on the type of your product, sometimes even a handful of customers is quite good. But sometimes you may need few thousand customers. Make sure you understand the minimum customer requirement and create a business plan where you have a clear scalability details. Make sure you can scale it to reach $100 million in revenues as an example. Once you have this pitch, investment is readily available to pour in. And it is important to have a strong team with you. If you don't have a strong team, you can't be an entrepreneur. Make sure the team complements your skills and they are excited about the mission. It's important they are passionate about the goals and trust not just you but the entire team. Make sure you provide them clear goals, as startup team members can at times start addressing individual goals than that of the organizations. They should now provide you with enough information to decide if you are up to the call to be an entrepreneur, especially during this crisis. Hopefully, you are able to appreciate the excitement on technology entrepreneurship discussed in this webinar. I would like to thank Vijay and Ganapathy for providing the opportunity to connect with you all. I have also used several pictures and promotional video clips available on the net to emphasize the ideas behind the concept, and I would like to thank them as well. If you need to connect with me, you can reach out to my email ID given in these slides. Wish you all the best in your endeavors.